Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean here, and welcome to the Dallas Cowboys rebuild, where today we're going to be winning a Super Bowl very quickly with this team, I think. And just a disclaimer before I start the video, I'd like to say that these rebuilds are not at all supposed to be realistic. I don't know where you guys are getting that from. I don't know if it's just what you guys want, to see me do. But I never once said they were supposed to be realistic. That may be something I do in the future, but for now, these are all just, fantasy style type rebuilds. So that I'm not going to reply to any more comments I'll reply to them asking for realism, but kind of criticizing, saying that they're not realistic when they're not supposed to be. I'm just not going to reply to them anymore. But for all of you guys that have left, supportive comments, I really do appreciate all of you. But getting on to the video now. So, like I said, it's going to be very easy, I think, to rebuild this team, and we don't even have to do a whole lot of rebuilding, considering the rookies on the team and Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. This time, I am definitely actually going to keep Prescott, unlike my Browns rebuild, but the defense is going to be the majority of what I'm going to be rebuilding. The secondary needs work, along with the D-line and the linebacking core. Although Jalen Smith is definitely going to stay. Sean Lee probably will as well. But the rest of the guys are not exactly safe, aside from Byron Jones. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on some trades. So with the first trade of season number 1, we are in fact trading Tony Romo, J.J. Wilcox, and Randy Gregory to the Cleveland Browns for their first round picks this year and next year. I am kind of sad to see Tony Romo go, honestly. I have a lot of respect for the guy. But it's kind of necessary with the amount of cap room he's taking up and the fact that we're going to be starting Dak over him anyway. With our next trade, we're going to be sending Orlando Scandrick, Cedric Thornton, and a third-round pick this year to the Chicago Bears for Alshon Jeffrey. With our next trade, we're sending Brandon Carr and Tyrone Crawford to the Cardinals for Deion Buchanan and a sixth-round pick this year. So with this trade, we're making a splash. We're sending Barry Church, Ron Leary, and a second-round pick to the Texans for J.J. Watt. So this D-line is starting to look a little better at least. With our next trade, we're sending Rolando McClain, Justin Durant, and Benson Mayowa to the Indianapolis Colts for their first-round pick this year and next year. So for whatever reason, the Dolphins wanted to give us a first-round pick next year for, I think his name is Anthony, I have no idea how to say his last name, Gachkar. Jack Crawford, and Lance Dunbar. So that's a pretty good trade for us. So with this trade, it's kind of insignificant, but it could have some significance coming up shortly. I'm sending a third-round pick that I actually got from the Bears. I kind of just finessed my way into that one. A fourth-round pick and Kay Frazier, our backup strong safety, for their second-round pick this year. And I'm going to try to turn that around and get another player with it, so we'll see if that ends up happening. So it didn't work. So we're going to send Kellen Moore and Kyle Wilbur to the Jets for their first-round pick. So I'm pretty sure this is actually going to be able to go through this time. All right, now this is just getting ridiculous. 2 first-round picks and a receiver that they're very interested in, and they won't accept it for Desmond Trufant. Well, since the Falcons were being very stubborn and not taking that trade, I'm going to trade Terrence Williams, the second-round pick, and a 7th-round pick next year to the Rams for Aaron Donald. So with this trade, we're going to be bringing Terrence Newman back to the Dallas Cowboys for a 3rd-round pick next year. So our team is looking pretty set as of now. I still have a bunch of first-round picks, which is nice. So I just need to kind of fill it in with some backups and hopefully have some guys progress like I think they will, especially Jalen Smith. And then it should go pretty well from there. Although there is one more trade I want to make just to have a good backup, so I'll do that real quick. Actually, maybe 2. So for David Irving, Sammy Seamster, and some dude named R. Davis, that's a left end, we're getting Su'a Cravens, so I'm going to move to safety. And he's going to be like an 85-ish overall, so he's going to be a good backup, which will be nice. Now there's just one more trade I want to make, and then I'll go ahead and go to the midseason. You already know I got to go out and get Jack Conklin on the squad. So for our first-round pick, Jeff Heath and Leon McFadden, Conklin is going to be our new starting right tackle, although now I kind of need to trade Doug Free because he's just kind of sitting on the team with nothing to do. So I'm going to do that real quick. Well, I guess Vincent Ray must have been on the trade block or something because I got that straight up. So We're sending Doug Free to the Bengals for Vincent Ray, who's going to be our new starting left outside linebacker. Now, once I go ahead and fill up the team with some free agent backups, I'll go to the midseason. So I'll see you guys there. Holy crap. Here at the midseason mark, we're sitting at 4-3, which is not at all what I expected to see. The Redskins are 6-2, the Eagles are 5-2, and we're in third in the division. Though we did just beat the Eagles, but that sucks. That is really disappointing to see. How are we doing XP-wise? Actually, really good so far. Not so much with the receivers, but Dak and Elliott are doing pretty good. So I do have 4 players to negotiate contracts with, and the best of which being Morris Claiborne, who I would actually like to get back. So I'm going to start working on this. So Morris Claiborne will sign with us, but he may not stay here, actually. I forgot he had slow development, which kind of sucks. Terrell McClain is not super necessary because I think there's a couple good D tackles in the draft, so I'm not going to re-sign him. But we just lost to the formerly 0-8 Pittsburgh Steelers, which that's just ridiculous. But I'm going to go ahead and sim to the playoffs now, so I'll see you guys there. So we actually end up making the playoffs at 9-7. We do make the wild card with the Redskins winning the division at 11-4-1. For some reason I could not talk. Oh my goodness, look at this XP. Dak and Zeke just went off. And the defense, J.J. Watt, I know he won Defensive Player of the Year, so that's nice. Jalen Smith didn't have a whole lot, but the safeties did, which is probably a result of the corners not being too great. But let's take a look at the stats and see exactly how he performed. And Dak in his rookie year had 4,800 yards, 34 touchdowns, and 15 picks. I'd like to see the picks go down a bit, but not bad for his rookie year. Zeke had almost 1,400 yards and 19 touchdowns. Alfred Morris had 6 touchdowns in the backup spot. Receiving, Alshon Jeffrey led the team with 95 catches for 1,100 yards and 4 touchdowns. Des Bryant had 88 catches, 1,300 yards, and 10 touchdowns. Jason Witten's in third with 74, 765, and 2. And Cole Beasley out of the slot with 11 touchdowns. That's nice. Blocking, let's see how we did. Tyron Smith led up 8. Jack Conklin led up 5. And La'el Collins Conklin led up 7. Collins led up 5. All right, I'm getting my my C name lineman confused. But as for defense, Jalen Smith led the team in tackles with 124, followed by Vincent Ray with 115 and Deion Buchanan with 101. Tackles for loss was led by Aaron Donald with 25, followed by J.J. Watt with 22. Sacks was led by J.J. Watt with 16, followed by Aaron Donald with 7. Picks, Terrence Newman at 37 years old got 5 picks. Deion Buchanan got 3. Byron Jones got 2, and a few other guys got 1. And we did not have any defensive touchdowns. So, taking a look at awards. Gino, what the fuck? Geno Smith wins MVP. There's no way. That is insane. Oh my god. Okay, Dak Prescott comes in 5th for MVP voting. Todd Bowles wins Coach of the Year. So the Jets go 12-4. I got their first round pick for a reason. I thought they were going to suck. But Geno Smith goes out and wins MVP like it's nothing. Okay. So as for the NFC awards, Dak Prescott comes in 3rd for Offensive Player of the Year, and Zeke comes in 5th. Defensive, J.J. Watt got it, and there were no other Cowboys in the top 10. Dak got Offensive Rookie of the Year. Zeke came in 2nd. Defensive, Jalen Smith came in 3rd. Would have really liked for him to win it, which is kind of unfortunate, but I'm going to use some XP, and then we're going to hop into this wild card game against, I forgot who we're playing, against the Rams. So taking on the Los Angeles Rams in the wild card matchup in year number 1, we sit at a 91 overall compared to their 80 overall. I definitely think we're going to beat this team. So coming up here on halftime, we're currently up 20-3, and it's looking like we're going to win this game, up 23-3 now. And we are definitely going to get this one. We're going to win it 37-13. So that is good to see. I was definitely expecting oh my god, Dak, 4 touchdowns. Okay. I was definitely expecting that kind of performance against an 80 overall team. So here in the divisional round, we're going to be taking on the 87 overall, 12-4 Panthers. I think this could be a close game, but I think we'll win it. So coming in on halftime, it has been a pretty tight game, and it is still a one-score game, but we just simply can't score touchdowns, which is unfortunate. Yeah, we're going to lose. So the Panthers do end up beating us 27-6, but it was closer for at least most of the game than the final score indicated. So it's really unfortunate. I thought we were going to do a lot better than we did in season number 1. The Jets won the fucking Super Bowl. I'm done, man. What the fuck? You gotta be kidding me. That's ridiculous. With Geno Smith as their fucking quarterback, the Jets win the Super Bowl in year number 1. I cannot actually believe it. So anyway, here in the re-signing stage, we do have Alshon Jeffrey. Holy shit, we have no cap room. Well, we may not have much else of a team, but at least we got Alshon. So here at the draft with the first pick, number 7 overall, which I'm assuming is from the Browns, which is actually quite impressive that they managed to get the 7th overall pick. With Tony Romo as their quarterback, we're going to draft this guy, Kawan Robertson, out of Clemson. And he is the 3rd best player in the draft, so I will definitely take that. Only his normal development, but definitely a good player nonetheless. With our next pick, we're at 10. I may trade down. The guys I was looking at went, like top 4. I was looking at Carson, the corner that the Bucks took, and the receiver, Seward, that the Steelers took. Other than that, I was looking at guys kind of later in the first round, so I'm going to see what I can get for this pick. So with our next pick, I'm not going to trade it down. I'm actually going to be taking this left end, Melquan Germany, and he is the 10th best player in the draft, and we took him at number 10. 78 overall, only has normal development, which kind of sucks, but still a solid player. Oh, wait. No, I don't want to do... Oh, jeez. Fuck. I didn't want to sim to the next pick. I forgot. They took the running back I wanted. I forgot my next pick was 32. That sucks. Well, what can I get for this? Not a whole lot. But I'll quickly have to take a look at the draft board and see if I want to pick a player or trade it down. Well, I did not scout this guy, but he ran a 4.26 40. So we're gonna try this out. Okay. Not the best pick, but he does have 96 speed, which is kind of impressive. That may actually be the fastest running back, at least, I've ever drafted. And I don't see his return stats on here, but maybe he can be a returner for us. Who knows? So with the first trade of season number 2, we're going to be sending DeMarcus Lawrence and 2 first-round picks to the Jaguars for Jalen Ramsey. Definitely needed to upgrade the secondary after, what's-his-name retired, Terrence Newman. So corners are looking a lot better now with Ramsey as the number 1. Claiborne's still a solid number 2. And then I think his name's Anthony Brown. He's pretty good in the nickel spot last year, so not too worried about the secondary anymore. And then we have the rookie Germany playing right end, and of course Robertson at the 2nd defensive tackle spot. And then the offense is really solid except tight end. So that's really all I got to worry about. So I'm going to try to find one if I can, but I have very limited cap, so this may be a challenge. So for a 2nd and 2 fourth-round picks, we're going to be getting Hunter Henry from the Chargers, so he'll be our new starting tight end with just enough cap room to spare. 110,000. Jeez. But the team is really, really good. Just have to actually kind of get lucky and win some games this year. Jalen Smith and the rookie Germany are the only C's on the team. And really, actually he's got some XP. But really, they're not bad. Or at least Jalen Smith's not a bad player. He's just kind of got to progress a bit more. So hopefully he can do that. And we can actually... Okay, well now he's a B- anyway, but... Yeah, like I said, hopefully we'll get lucky and win some games. So here at the midseason of season number 2, we are sitting at 7-0, which is much better than last year, and it's definitely what I like to see. The Giants and the Redskins are tied for 2nd in the division at 5-2. So we do have 7 players to re-sign, including Aaron Donald. and Zach Martin, and Dan Buchanan, and La'el Collins. How much money do we even have? Oh, we got plenty of money. Let's go. Accept that contract. Yes. All right, so I'm going to work on these guys. I don't know if they'll all accept right away. But okay, Zach Martin does accept. Might as well just keep going here. So yeah, 7-0. Hopefully we'll actually be able to go undefeated. That would be really cool. And all those guys re-signed. That's really nice. And may as well re-sign the fullback as well. So yeah, that's really actually good to see. Very impressed with the team. Super happy with it. But anyway, enough of that. I'm going to go ahead and go to the playoffs now. So here at the playoffs, I have not seen our record yet, but Dak Prescott did win MVP, I see. So we go 15-1. So close. I just want to take a quick look at XP, and Dak has so much. Zeke, not as much, which is kind of surprising, but Dak, oh my god. I'm expecting at least quick development on him now. Superstar, fuck yes. Okay, so let's take a look at stats. Jeez, 15-1, that's crazy. 4,900 yards for Dak, 43 touchdowns and 12 picks. That is an MVP caliber season if I've ever seen one, with a 70% completion percentage, and somehow Brandon Weeden managed to throw 2 touchdowns and a pick. I don't even know how he got into game time, but Ezekiel Elliott, 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns. Alfred Morris, 10 touchdowns as well in the backup spot. Receiving, Des Bryant led the team with 97 catches for almost 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns. Alshon Jeffrey had 89 catches, 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns. And Cole Beasley almost had 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns as well. Blocking, how did we do? Tyron Smith, Jesus. 18 sacks for Tyron Smith is ridiculous. That's not even realistic whatsoever. But like I said, this isn't a realistic rebuild, so it doesn't matter. Jalen Smith leads the team in tackles with 116, followed by Vincent Ray with 91 and Aaron Donald with 82. And those tackles for loss from Aaron Donald, 27. J.J. Watt had 12. And the sack leader on the team is J.J. Watt with 13, followed by rookie Kawan Robertson with 9.5, and then Aaron Donald with 4.5. The pick leader is Morris Claiborne, actually tied with Sean Lee and Dan Buchanan. And then a few guys had 2 each. Let's take a look and see if we had any defensive touchdowns. Dan Buchanan had one, so that is very good to see. Very good year out of the entire team, pretty much. And like I said, Dak won MVP, and there were no other Cowboys. I'm actually surprised that Zeke isn't in the top 10. And Tony Romo, who is now the coach of the Cowboys, wins Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year, of course, goes to Dak. Any other Cowboys? Zeke comes in 9th. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Jalen Smith. J.J. Watt comes in 2nd. And no other Cowboys. Rookie of the Year, we did have an offensive rookie, Kendall Roth, but he comes in 9th. Defensive Rookie, Kawan Robertson comes in 5th. Melquan Germany comes in 6th. Not too bad. Would have liked one of those guys to actually win it, but that's okay. That's the corner I wanted. Actually, where's the receiver? Where is he? Oh, wait, he's in the AFC. He didn't even win it. He came in 5th, but he's like 6'6" and pretty fast. So I'm going to go ahead and use all of this XP. How much does Jalen Smith have? Yes, 31,000. Perfect. Oh, the defense has so much too. So I'm going to use all of this XP and then get into the divisional round game against whoever we're playing. So here in the divisional round of the playoffs of year number 2, we're going to be taking on the 10-6 Washington Redskins, and I'm curious to see our overalls. We're a 93 compared to their 86, so I definitely think we have quite a good chance to win this game. So here at halftime, I don't know what's going on. What the fuck? We're getting shut out. Oh my god. So after shutting us out in the divisional round, which I honestly am still in disbelief that even happened, the Redskins go on to lose the Super Bowl to the Steelers, 35-27. And like I'm still in shock. We went 15-1 and we get shut out in the playoffs. I can't believe it. And now we have no cap room, which is due to our first round picks. But Jeez. Okay, well, I'll sign Lucky Whitehead. I can just get a punter, wherever. But, jeez, man. Like, what the hell? So I'm starting to get aggressive with the trading. With this trade, we're going to be sending a first-round pick this year and a fifth-round pick this year, as well as a second-round next year to the Panthers for Luke Kuechly, and I'm not done with the Panthers. I'm going to be getting one more player from them, and it's going to be Shaq Thompson. Now, you might be wondering what I'm doing, because I am too. The reason that I'm getting another linebacker, and it's probably because I'm most likely going to trade Sean Lee, and I'll keep Jalen Smith. But I don't know. It's going to be a sticky kind of situation. So, anyway, to get Shaq Thompson, we're going to just try to give him this other first-round pick. Okay. Got to give up some more, so let's try this. And, oh my god, okay, they like him a lot better than Luke Kuechly for some reason. So, how about Stuart Cravens? That's actually an overpay. Alright, let me figure this out and I'll get back to you guys. So I kind of changed my mind. I'm going to go a different direction, and I'm going to get Jadeveon Clowney for Stuart Cravens, our other first-round pick, and a seventh-round pick next year. So we no longer have any first-round picks this year, but our team is much improved, in my opinion. Looking at the defense now, the D-line is pretty, it's nasty. What else? Luke Kuechly, obviously he's Luke Kuechly. Now, having him, I think I'm going to move Jalen Smith to right outside linebacker, and that kind of opens up a trade for Vincent Ray, or maybe even Sean Lee. But that remains to be seen, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and go to the draft now and get that over with, because I don't exactly know what I want to do yet. Whatever. You guys are going to find out soon. Wow, I did not expect this to go through. So we're going to be trading Sean Lee to the Steelers for Ryan Shazier straight up. So that's kind of nice, actually. I think Shazier is going to help us out quite a bit, especially with his speed. He's going to be our left outside linebacker, I guess. So I don't think that... No, that probably isn't the last trade I'm going to make. But I got to think about what I want to do. I may try to trade for another corner, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So with this trade, we're sending Maliek Collins and a fifth-round pick to the Denver Broncos for their second-round pick this year. And this time, I'm actually going to be able to flip that. And we'll see if this works, which I'm like 99% sure that it will. So if the Falcons will not be stubborn this time, we're going to be sending them Morris Claiborne, our first-round pick, and that second-round pick. And we're going to get Desmond Trufant. Oh, you got to be fucking kidding me. Apparently not. And we just got Richard Sherman on the team. So we're going to be sending Morris Claiborne, I don't know his first name, but Wilson, left outside linebacker, and a second-round pick from the Broncos to the Seahawks for Sherman. So I just made so many trades just getting rid of a whole bunch of smaller contracts and guys that weren't going to be on the team anyway, just to be able to get the cap room to have Sherman on the team. So the secondary is not quite nice with Sherman and Ramsey at the corner spots. Linebacking core is very nice as well. The entire defense is really good. The offense is obviously really good as well. The only thing I would change on the offense is Cole Beasley. I'm going to try to find a trade for Cole Beasley, see if we can get another receiver, but I don't think it's going to happen. So with this trade, we're going to be sending Cole Beasley and a second and third round pick next year to the Falcons for Vic Beasley. And I'm going to try to flip him for a receiver, but we'll see what happens. With this trade, we're sending Tara Barney, Vincent Ray, and a fourth round pick to the Patriots for their first round pick this year. Now, I think I'm going to be able to kind of finesse my way into a trade here, and it's going to be a big one. If I kind of get a little lucky, I think. Well, it turns out I didn't even need that Patriots pick, but it'll be nice to have, I guess. So we're trading Vic Beasley, our first-round pick, and a third-round pick to the Steelers for Antonio Brown. So our receiving core is it's ridiculous. The entire team is pretty amazing. The only thing it lacks is some quality backups, which is unfortunate, but we're spending so much money on our starters that hopefully it won't matter too much. But the entire team is, like I said, it's great. So fully expecting another undefeated season at least up until the midseason, which I'm going to go to now. So I'll see you guys there. So once again, here at the midseason, we are sitting at 7-0, just like I expected, and we do have 8 players to re-sign. I'm kind of just curious about how much cap we're going to have. Negative. Oh, man, okay. Luckily, it is Season 3, and it's the last season either way. So, taking a look at XP, we seem to be doing all right. We are obviously first in the division. We just whooped the Giants, 42-14. The Eagles are second in the division at 5-3, but I'm not at all worried about it. So hopefully we'll actually go undefeated this time. That would be really, really cool. I've never done that, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never done that in a rebuild, but we'll probably end up 15-1 again. So here at the playoffs, I do not know our record, but I see Dak won MVP for the second season in a row, and we end up going 16-0. Let's fucking go. Undefeated. That's insane. I cannot get a like for an undefeated season. That is pretty crazy. I have yet to do that. So you're seeing a first here, guys, which is pretty cool. But let's take a look at some stats. Obviously, Dak won MVP again. 4,700 yards, 49 touchdowns, and 7 picks. This dude is insane. Oh my god. And 72% completion percentage. Rushing Zeke with with the Devil's number. Almost 1,700 yards though. 16 touchdowns. Kendall Roth had 5 fumbles. Okay. You're not going to be the backup running back anymore there, bud. As for receiving, Antonio Brown leads the team with 100 catches, 1,500 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Des Bryant comes in second with 87 catches, 1,200 yards, and 9 touchdowns. Hunter Henry, 16 touchdowns on the year. Alshon Jeffrey had a little bit of a down year, but that's kind of expected with the arrival of Antonio Brown. But he did still have 8 touchdowns. As for blocking, Tyron Smith again. What the hell? Lets up 19 sacks this year. That's just stupid. As for defense, Jalen Smith leads the team in tackling yet again, even with Luke Kuechly on the team. That's actually kind of impressive. With 111 tackles, Luke Kuechly had 109, and Deion Buchanan had 99. Tackles for loss was led by J.J. Watt, who had 15. Aaron Donald had 13, and sacks are way up. Oh, man. J.J. Watt with 19. Jadeveon Clowney with 17. Kawan Robertson, the second-year guy out of Clemson, with 15. Aaron Donald with 9.5. As for picks, Luke Kuechly leads the team with 5. Byron Jones comes in second with 4, and then Ramsey and Anthony Brown each had 3. Now, looking to see if we had any defensive touchdowns, and we had 1. Kawan Robertson actually had it. So I'm expecting a lot of awards for us this year. Obviously, Dak won MVP. Elliott comes in 4th. No other Cowboys on the list. Tony Romo wins Coach of the Year again. That's nice. So Dak obviously won Offensive Player of the Year. Zeke comes in 2nd. No other Cowboys in the top 10. J.J. Watt wins Defensive Player of the Year, followed by Luke Kuechly, followed by Jadeveon Clowney. Skip over Eric Kendricks, then Jalen Smith, Kawan Robertson. The defense was insane this year. Offensive rookie, we didn't even have any rookies, so that doesn't matter. And yeah, no, we did not. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use all this XP, and then we'll get into the divisional round where I swear to God if we get blown out this year, I'm done. So here in the divisional round, we are once again taking on the Redskins. This time they go 9-7, and this time we went undefeated. So let's take a look at the overalls. We're in 96, and they're in 86. Oh my goodness, I swear if they win again. So here coming up on halftime, we are blowing them out 28-3 so far, and we're just doing better. 35-6. Well, they're scoring a bit now, but It doesn't matter. This game has been over for a very long time, and we do move on to the conference championship this time around with Dak going off, throwing for 3 touchdowns. So we do actually have a 99 overall offense and defense for a 96 total, which I'm not sure if I'm correct in saying this, but I believe that is the highest overall I have ever had on one of the rebuilds that I've done. So I don't feel like going back to look, but I would just assume. I don't think I've had a 96 before, but here in the conference championship, we're taking on the Green Bay Packers, and there is a little bit of XP, but I mean, I did just auto use it. Nah, never mind. Forget the XP. So we're going to be taking on the Packers. They went 11-5 in the regular season, and they are a 90 overall. Okay, a little bit scarier than the 86 overall Redskins, but I think we will come out on top. So here, coming up on halftime, it is definitely looking very good so far. We're blowing them out again by a very similar score to last game, and this game has been over for quite a while as well. This is very nice, and we are, in fact, moving on to the Super Bowl in year number 3 with Dak throwing for 4 touchdowns. Dak is insane, man. I love that guy right now. So here in the Super Bowl, we're going to be taking on the 11-5 Cincinnati Bengals. And their overall is an 86. So we're still at a 96. We already beat an 86 overall team and a 90 overall team. So I am extremely confident that we're going to be Super Bowl champs after this game. So coming up on halftime, we are currently up 24-7. And it is looking like we're going to be Super Bowl champions here in year number 3. And the game is almost over now. And we're going to win by a final score of 44-17. I would like to actually see who the MVP is for once, because I swear I always forget to actually wait and see who wins it. So I'm kind of curious to see if it's going to be Dak. I would assume that it is. And the Super Bowl MVP is, in fact, Dak Prescott after he threw for 228 yards and 4 touchdowns on the day. So we did end up winning the Super Bowl in year number 3, which is just fantastic. Here is the final team. Dak Prescott up to a 99 overall, Zeke up to a 95. The receivers for the team are Antonio Brown, Dez Bryant, Alshon Jeffrey, and Lucky Whitehead at number 4. The O-line is entirely the same as it's been the entire time. Well, the same as the Cowboys O-line in real life, I guess, besides the addition of Jack Conklin. Hunter Henry is the new tight end after Witten retired. As for the defense, this entire team, I just love it. We'll start with the secondary, I guess. Richard Sherman is the number 1 corner, followed by Jalen Ramsey and Anthony Brown. Staying in the secondary, we got Byron Jones and Deion Buchanan manning these safety positions. Now for the D-line, we got Jadeveon Clowney, Aaron Donald, Kawan Robertson, and J.J. Watt. And the linebacking core consists of Jalen Smith, Luke Kuechly, and Ryan Shazier. So, actually, want to see real quick how many 99s we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just barely missed out on the 6 that we had with the Jaguars rebuild, but this is such a damn good team, man. If you guys have not already, after I pleaded and begged with you so hard earlier for going undefeated, don't forget to drop a like down below, and if you guys have any suggestions on what teams you'd like to see me do next, and don't say the Steelers, because I'm already planning on doing them next, so don't worry about that. I've seen so many Steelers comments, it's okay. They're going to get done next. Don't worry about it. But if you guys would like to see any other teams, don't forget to leave a comment, and I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys all have a great day.